What? Oh, wait a minute. Hold up. I'm trying to hear all the shook fans. Where are all the shook people? Oh, Tim, what you say?
I ain't say nothing. I was saying good win.
You did, and we want to address that. Welcome everyone to another episode of the Uncensored Philly Sports Podcast. You got Wayne and Tim, the regulars, and we talking about a big win tonight. I don't care how you want to look. Put it this way: both those teams wanted to win. The Sixers got rocked by Boston on Tuesday. It appears to me now Boston was hot, Boston was rolling, and the Sixers look like they got caught up in the Harden hype of him coming and him being introduced to the team and all that. Tonight, they came to ball. We had Niang was giving out work. He stepped up. Cork had some shaky moments, but Cork had like 14 points and 7 boards, something like that. Maxey came up with some big shots, and Embiid was Embiid. Even Toby gave us a 19 and 7, and Toby actually did some nice work there in the middle quarters. Going up against him in Middleton. He played Middleton to a stalemate. This was a big win because you seen Milwaukee wanted this game.
Oh yeah,
you seen it. Giannis did everything in his power to try to will that game for them.
Sure did.
And Embiid outshined them. I mean, Sixers went on their home court and beat them for the first time in about 2-3 years.
Yeah, we got a lot of contributions from a lot of people. But one thing I will say is the young bull Maxey, he the one who sparked this comeback, and it was courtesy of our new acquisition, James Harden. James Harden was on the sideline, and he was like, yo, he got in his ear, was like, yo, take over the game. And in that second quarter, he gave us 16 points? Was he the 14, 16 points? We was trailing. I was like, this is gonna be a long night. They're about to take over. And Maxey did what he did, and it was courtesy of James Harden. You see him
Ephraim being in the comments don't count.
We not listening to Ephraim's comments.
You see what he did? Chat.
But you see what he said? Thank you. He's like, thank you, James Harden. This might have been James Harden's first victory with the Sixers.
Well, the funny thing though, fellas. Mr. Wing, I agree. I don't know why Korkmaz was. First of all, you seen Korkmaz. Korkmaz got that rebound though. He did get the rebound when Giannis manhandled him and got it, but then he got manhandled on the side. Like, why is Cork in there down the stretch of the game? I think I'd rather see Shake than Cork, but I guess Cork was. I don't know.
I don't know about Shake. Shake turns the ball over so fast.
That's true.
He would have fell right on the ground. The ball would have been rolling somewhere.
Well, guess what? We won't have to worry about that when our number 2 comes in and starts playing. Yeah. We'll have him in there. You won't have to worry about Cork. But I mean, this was a great win, man. It was a fun game to watch.
It was nerve-wracking. I tell you that much. It was stressful.
Oh no, I know, because you were scared.
I mean, it was a
early in the game. Early in the game, Tim was again talking about how we got faced in the trade. He hates the trade.
I did.
The trade sucks. Our team is trash. This, bro. No. I had to get out the chat. I couldn't talk to them no more because I was getting irked. Like, I don't want to hear that. James Harden ain't
wrong. Don't get me wrong. Our bench still stinks. The bench stinks. But fortunately, that bench is no good. Our bench is no good. Our starters are good.
Niang ain't no good.
Niang started tonight.
Yeah, but will he start when Harden comes here?
I don't know.
Somebody in that start line is going to go to the bench.
Who started the night anyway? Like, Korkmaz. I bet we don't have a good bench. We don't. Don't try to hype it up like we do.
I'm not hyping it up. So how great was Milwaukee's bench? Did they outplay?
I'm not talking about Milwaukee's. I'm talking about
our why bench. Not? Why not? Because Milwaukee's not that we're talking about. We got to beat, right? Hey, Milwaukee, the team you were so scared of a couple days ago. We got to beat Milwaukee. We'll never beat Milwaukee.
You do realize this is the first time we beat Milwaukee in almost 2 years, right?
It's the first time we played them with our full. We ain't even playing with our full team because Embiid. Because Harden ain't playing.
But you do realize that this is the first time we beat them. We can't be on those high horses. I mean, I'm glad we won this game.
Yeah, we can beat them. Embiid played them like maybe twice in them games.
All right. So, I mean, this was a good game. Are you concerned about Embiid's wrist?
No, but I'm irritated by it. If you got to be flexing your wrist that much, then don't play an All-Star game. Like that's irking me. Like if you got to do all that and walk back to the locker and if it bothers you that much, sit out the All-Star game and get healthy. Don't sit there in the post-game interview and sitting there talking about something. Yeah, well, we just got to worry about getting healthy in the second half. Talking about Harden. Talk about yourself. Get your wrist together. You don't need to be playing in the All-Star game, Joe and nobody up.
Yeah. So you think, and the boy Thibault, I don't know what to make of him. Like you love him, you like his game, but then you look at the box score and it's a couple of duds that he's been putting up lately. Like today, he was literally no points, and I think his let me see, he was a minus 16, minus 14 today.
Yeah,
and the plus minus. So I mean,
yeah. Listen, hey. I was talking about Maxey going to the bench when he was talking about making trades and stuff like that. But I was thinking because for that spark off the bench, nah, I'm good. I'm good with him starting with Harden because he gets to run off ball and Harden's good. Harden's going to get the ball to him. So,
yeah.
Find that spark off the bench, somebody else, Corka or Minivan, whoever we got coming off of the bench is going to have to provide something. And hopefully we pick somebody up in the in the buyout market. But they look good tonight.
Doc did some really good things in this game. We a lot of y'all been critical of him. Oh yeah, hit that like button. We got 55 people watching, so if y'all hit that like button, appreciate it. But Doc, he's did a couple of things, taking Thibault out the game in the second half, and then certain quick miles. That was really good. That's in game. We want to make in game adjustments. That's one thing he did. And starting Niang, that was brave. Because you put him on Giannis, I would have never thought to do that.
Well, there's a smart move by Doc. For one, we know if nothing else, Niang is not soft. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
he's afraid to throw his body into somebody or something like that. So, I mean, Giannis is still Giannis. Giannis is going to do what he do, but it was a little concerning earlier in the game where they came out and tried to play Embiid the same way Boston did, but Bobby Portis is not going to guard Joel Embiid. He's not going to get up and play physical on Embiid like an Al Horford. Yeah. And what's his name?
He tried.
In the backup center. Why am I forgetting his name? The boy that was with OKC and all. Y'all know what I'm talking about. B just was manhandling him and using him. So I know somebody gonna know. But
Ibaka, Serge Ibaka.
It's Serge. Yeah, I'm thinking Serge.
He took a lot of 3-pointers. What was he? Is he a 3-point?
That's what his game been. That's what his game has been for the last few years. Remember that's what he was doing when he was in Toronto.
He took 5 3-pointers a day. That's a lot for a 6'10" center.
But we saw a difference with the Sixers defense today. How Boston kept getting all those open shots and was shooting the lights out of the gym. Everybody was hitting. Tonight you see the Sixers getting hands up on them. And I liked how Toby came out and was playing aggressive earlier in the game. I don't know what happened to him toward the second half, but not, maybe he ran out of gas. But earlier in the game, he was attacking the basket, which is what you needed. They was doing all the stuff you needed to see them do against Boston. It was good to see them come out and do it tonight.
Yeah, but Toby got a little bit. He got bullied by Bobby Portis a couple times too. Mr. Softy, they keep calling him J. Cole. Like this boy look like Jay. He played like Jay. Well, actually, J. Cole.
It was nice to see Maxey get a couple foul calls for a change. Even though he should have got the other one on Giannis when Giannis almost killed him going to the basket and fell on him, like on that one play down the stretch.
What you call it? Kind of played this a little bit. Missing free throws that could have cost us the game down the stretch.
You talking about Embiid and Giannis? Embiid and Niang.
Embiid and Niang. That's like nitpicking because we won, but I was a little irked about that a little bit.
I mean, if I'm going to nitpick, it'd be that and the fact that he had 6 turnovers. But I mean, sometimes that come along with the you gotta protect the ball better than that. 6 turnovers is. But I think that'll go down once you have a James Harden in the game who's going to be handling the ball a lot more. So
Jamar said Maxey going to be standing around like a nut while Harden running the offense off the bench.
I think you'll see Maxey get some open threes. Maxey's still shooting 3-pointer at 40% clip. You'll see Maxey get open threes, and you'll also see Maxey on backdoor cuts with Harden. I actually think Thibault will probably get a lot more backdoor cuts and oops with Harden.
Yeah.
Harden knows how to find an open man.
He's actually a good point guard.
Mm-hmm.
I agree. Maxey is officially a starter. He won his second half or second quarter performance is the only reason why this actually turned into a game. Because we got down. Doc went into that all bench lineup with like Tobias, and it just hurt us bad. I really hope once Harden gets in here, we don't have that type of ball, those players in there. Because what you think about?
Ali, Ephraim in the comment section with y'all. He said Ephraim is our Kyrie, part-time
Oh yeah,
player.
he is Kyrie Irving. He the Kyrie of the podcast.
all in the comment section.
Yeah, he told us something. He ain't on because he said he's sick.
I bet you if Steph was playing, if Steph all of a sudden dropped some bombs, all of a sudden you see his picture pop up, you see the 3 split screen, like, yo, did you see what Steph did?
Exactly.
Why is my phone on? But what was you saying, Tim? You was asking me a question.
I was, but I don't remember exactly what I was saying.
Yeah, somebody was taking a shot at Ephraim. I had to make sure to get that, you know what I'm saying, out and open.
Drew Holiday still is a dominant player. You said in third quarter, he actually the one that brought them back because we was rolling. We were up by 9, then Drew started cooking and getting foul shots and everything. They still.
But you know what though? I got to give Maxey props for that too. In the fourth quarter, Maxey made a couple tough defensive plays on Drew.
He did.
Like Drew went down there and went to go, that mid-range pull up or like fade, and Maxey was right up in there. Maxey made him shoot. I think it was a air ball on one of them. Maxey was playing, man. Maxey had a great game tonight. I mean, it wasn't one of them games like we know sometimes he had a 30. We've seen him have like 30-point game or something like that. It wasn't on that type time, but Maxey.
We needed him that second quarter.
He was a little passive at one point. It was.
That's the only thing I like. The first quarter and the beginning of the second quarter, I was saying, why is he being so passive? Why won't he just do something more? He was just trying to distribute the ball. And then James Harden got in his ear and he was like, yo, we've been practicing the last couple of days. Do this. And sure enough, he went off. And then James Harden started mouthing, thank you. He finally getting young boy. He's getting young boy. That's what he gonna suck it all up.
That's what you're supposed to get when you get a veteran on the level of. And I mean, even when we saw, everybody had jokes about Embiid shooting the Harden step back or whatever.
Yeah.
But the thing is, you see this, it's a bunch of guys on this team that recognize Harden's greatness and they willing to learn something from him. And that's something that is something, just even like with Joel, how he said he want to take certain stuff from Kobe game and Dream game. Like Joel's a student of the game. He's not afraid to learn from other people and say that he's learning from other people and what they're doing, unlike some people that just think their game is good enough and they want to just be who they are. So, but Joe willing to learn, Maxey willing to learn. And
I wanted a little bit more. And what I wanted from him is I wanted a little bit more in the second half because the game could have been a little bit easier for us. I thought he start passing, being more passive in the second half, just a little bit more aggressive. Maxey, I thought he could have been a little bit more, just a little bit more aggressive, like he was in that second quarter. But we got the win. I'm happy.
I mean, he ain't force it. You know what I'm saying? He did attack the basket at times. Yeah. He hit two clutch free throws down the stretch. And he had that. And you know what I like? I like to see when Maxey got that spring in his step. It's like a certain, you know what I'm saying? You can like his confidence. But I think that's one thing that will grow with him working out with Harden and being around Harden. I think his confidence will definitely grow. Because remember, Harden gave him big ups a couple weeks ago when he saw him playing. And
Harden been studying the team.
Harden was like, the young boy is nice, man. Like he liked him.
Well, Harden, he actually been studying the Sixers for a while. He was talking about
he wanted to be here. That's what I was trying to tell y'all. He wanted to come here last year.
I'm just saying, as a net though, he knew plays that we were running. He knew how we were playing. He was talking about this game. This is what you did. He's been studying us. He probably been plotting the whole time. Like, listen, I'm gonna be on that team. It's just a matter of like how we gonna orchestrate it. They might have to
Hey,
investigate.
hold on. Listen, hey, Mar, you saying when Maxey's not going to get shots up because with Joe and Harden, what part don't you understand that Harden gets 10 assists a game? Who those assists going to go to? Who do you think he's passing to? He passes to his teammate. Everybody talk about Harden like he this ball hog, like he don't share the ball and this and the man passes the ball. Like I don't. I mean, do he shoot? Yeah, he shoot. He's a shooter. He's a scorer. He puts the ball up. He handles the ball, but he makes passes. And if you watch his game, you see he actually makes outstanding passes.
And why they act like Kevin Durant wasn't the leading scorer of the league before he got injured. So it's not like Joe. They acting like Kevin Durant was the leading scorer in the league before he got injured.
Right.
So Joel's still gonna be able to get his points. It's just switch from Kevin Durant to Joel Embiid. Well, let me ask you, how you think we match up against this team in the playoff series, though?
Why would I think that we could match up with? I mean, honestly, like you said, they have beaten us like a lot of the games. But if you look at a lot of games, Embiid has missed quite a few of those games.
He did.
And it's been quite a few like back. Like we, for some reason, it seemed like we was always playing them back to back the last couple of years.
Yeah.
But that being said, most of the games we had against them was tight games. It wasn't like a lot of, you know what I'm saying? It wasn't like a lot of lopsided games. So, and this was another tight game. If they had to play each other, I think it'd be a tough fought series. Everything depends on how hard. I think Harden will bring another level of swagger to this team. I think he's already done that. You can see it in the players. Like they're anticipating him coming here and knowing that they have another player on that type of realm.
We're gonna be must-see TV. I know they wish they gave us more national games. They might start switching us. Do they switch out games like they do football? Like
they probably do. Listen, Minivan was out there advertising. Minivan was out there politicking. He's like, look, James, I hit it. Get it to me. Watch this.
Yo, I gotta give Niang mad props today, though. You talking about another unsung hero? He was hitting big shots. He wasn't scared to take them shots too. And he was knocking them down, like, and then the fact that you playing Giannis is the person they gonna put. I mean, they didn't put Embiid on Giannis, or they didn't because
they did. No, they did down the stretch
for a little bit.
Down the stretch, Embiid and Giannis was going at each other.
But it was, for the most part, though, it was they put that on Minivan. Niang was on there.
Yeah, I mean, this was an encouraging one. That being said, I do still want to see the Sixers make a move. And in the buyout market, they still need to add, because like you said, Shake and Cork, I just need some consistency out of one of them. Like can somebody as a backup guard, a backup point, show some kind of consistency, just not look shook half the games you play?
Juan Q, I'm gonna take your word at it. He said ESPN flexes games. So
yeah, I thought they did.
So ESPN, ABC, they owned by they the same people. So we may see us more on television coming down the stretch. It's 23 games left. So we might be on national TV. That's good. That means we don't gotta worry about listening to your buddy. What's the girl named Kay Scott?
yo, why Doc? I wonder why Doc ain't getting the OG no more minutes than he did. You know what I'm saying? I guess because Minivan was balling or whatever. Millsap had in 11 minutes, he had 4 points, 4 rebounds, an assist. He shot 2 for 4. I mean, he misses 2 threes, but I mean, Millsap came in and never mind. He had 4 or 5. Dang, he picked them Jones up fast. That's that Giannis factor.
Even from talking nonsense.
Millsap and Niang both had four fouls each, and Embiid had 5. The whistles was working.
They telling us to bring Mike Scott back.
For what? To do what?
I'm about to take Ephraim Wrench away.
Is that Ephraim?
Yeah.
They talking that?
Yeah.
Yeah, his head hurt. He must have hit it.
He did. He fell off his truck.
This is a good way to go into the break, though, because we know there's a lot of y'all out there that was shook about and it's a lot of people that still. And I'm not saying that the Harden trade. I'm not saying we automatically the best team in the East, and we gonna get to the championship and we gonna win the championship just because we added Harden. We still got some other things that we got to do and shore up on this team. But that being said, anybody that thinks that trade wasn't a good trade for the Sixers, I don't know what to tell you. You know,
I'm not saying it's not a good trade. What I'm saying is if we don't win it all, then it wasn't a great trade. It wasn't a good trade.
I don't agree with only one team wins every year.
Okay, but we made the trade to win. If we don't win, then that means with the same.
Everybody makes a trade to win. Everybody makes. You don't think the Nets made a trade to win?
What I'm saying is we can.
You don't think that the Bucks are making trades to win? You don't think Boston made?
If we don't win what you were saying is we gave up 2 first-round picks and we gave up Ben and all these other. We gave them all these assets.
First-round picks.
When you could have still could have got Harden at the end of the year. That's what I'm saying is you get them for next season, next 3-4 seasons, and kept your team together. That's what I'm saying. If you win it all, then it was a great trade. If you don't win it all, then it wasn't a good trade because you it's the same results. You still getting Harden. You just getting them without sacrificing all those assets.
See that's the problem with you. That's that old tanking mentality.
It's not tanking. Is the reality.
Tanking, if you're saying you have a chance to get a player the caliber of James Harden, a future Hall of Famer who's still playing at a very high level, you have a chance to get this player to team him up with Joel Embiid. I mean, well, no, because I don't want to give up Seth Curry. So I'm going to hold on to and just go after him in the free agency market. That's stupid.
He was coming here. Regardless, it's not like it was.
But you have a chance to get him now, and you have a whole half a season with him here and him getting acclimated and playing with him.
Like I said, if we win the championship, good trade. If we don't win, then you know what? It's not a good trade. I'm telling you.
But you the same person that was on here talking about how trash the Sixers was midway through this game. So
we was playing bad. So
I can't talk,
do you see anybody? You see anybody to buy him? Have you identified anybody in the buyout market that we should pick up?
Huh?
You see anybody in the buyout market that you think that we should?
Well, I gotta wait till people start getting bought out, don't I? I don't know who getting bought out.
They said the boy Derek Favors got bought out.
Did he?
Yeah, from OKC. He got
bought out. That's an interesting thing. I mean, I think him and Niang was teammates over there in Utah for a while. I mean, it's an interesting name to look at, but I ain't just jumping out the woods and just as soon as unless it's somebody that's like a no-brainer, that's, you know what I'm saying? But some of these names, I'm not just going to jump out and just start grabbing guys now. I'm waiting to see what shake out. Ain't no hurry right now. We looking at them pieces to fill in. Once we start smacking around a couple teams and winning, putting these wins up, getting up in that first place position, all these balled out OGs and vets is going to want to come to the Sixers.
Because I don't think it's going to take us that long to adjust to Harden when he start playing. Danny Green
and Pooh. I like Gary Harris. I think Gary Harris will be a perfect fit for this team. He's a 3-and-D guy, and he plays for Orlando. But he's a 3-and-D guy. He's been a vet. He's been around for a couple of years. I think he might be like 6'6", something like that.
We need rebounding. That's kind of like our
but we need D and 3 guys. When you got Embiid, and you got Embiid and Harden. Like, you know what I'm saying? Hold up. Oh, he only 6'4".
So that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, but he a D and 3 guy.
We need somebody because how many minutes is he really going to get? Because Harden is going to be playing. Harden plays a lot of minutes. Harden is like a 39-minute type of ball player. He's 30.
Okay, but we're not talking about necessary players coming in here taking Harden's minutes. We're talking about guys that's going to take the minutes that you're giving to Danny Green and that you're giving Thibault when Thibault is doing nothing on the court.
But where's he gonna play?
You're talking about guys taking their minutes.
But that means you're playing them at the small forward position, and we struggling with rebounding. That means you leave Embiid on the island by itself. So I'm like, if I'm gonna go up to somebody, I'm gonna go up to somebody that's 6'8", 6'9", who can bang and who can get some boards.
And so he don't have to be able to shoot or play defense.
We need rebounding. That's our Achilles heel right now. We need rebounding. I'm not saying we don't need those other things, but right now, what's the glaring issues right now on the team? Is rebounding. We get it, and then in the playoffs, we're going to second chance shots that we're giving other teams. So it's the importance is I would go to the height, somebody who's known for their rebounding They talking about some see, I don't know if he get any good anymore. What's the ball? The Lakers about to waive him.
Who, Howard?
No. DeAndre Jordan.
No, DeAndre Jordan ain't did nothing in years.
Let's say, can he play anymore?
To do what? He's not going to help Embiid. You can't put him on the court with Embiid.
But he can rebound. He can be a backup center.
Can he? That's what the Nets thought they was bringing him in for. And then they let him go.
I mean, listen, Drummond struggled last year with the Lakers, and look how great of a backup he was.
Yeah, but Drummond, before going to the Lakers, Drummond wasn't struggling.
But why
Drummond was playing in Detroit, he was getting like 20 boards a game.
I haven't seen him. I don't know what he looked like right now, so I can't vouch for him. I'm just saying he's still 6'11". He's still a big dude. So I don't know if he got anything left in the tank.
No, he don't. We'll see. It's going to be some names going to shake out. It's going to be some names. I think you need to get some guys that can play defense. I mean, agree. Of course, get a rebounder in there too. But I like Millsap. I don't know how many
washed.
But I like, huh?
I'm seeing a lot of people saying he washed.
Who, Millsap?
No, Jordan.
Oh, Jordan. Yeah, he been washed. That's what I'm telling you. He was washed when he was with No, I'm saying I'm not just that's the problem. Sometimes we get to looking at what we got, and then we just want to add a whole bunch of other names, bro. Like it ain't just about just adding a name. We did that with George Hill last year. I don't want to just add no name. I want somebody that's bringing some substance.
Yeah, George Hill still hurt. He hurt over there. This boy stay hurt. Because I right now. I feel we could give a run to every team that's in the East right now. Chicago, I'm not scared of Chicago. Bucks is going to will be a very good series. Nets, I think we match up well with them. I could see us beating them. The only team that kind of concerns me, to be honest with you, is Boston.
Why? Because the game we just played against them. Y'all such in the moment type.
They beat us by 50.
Okay.
They beat us by 50. And it didn't look good. It wasn't encouraging at all.
They're not going to shoot 50% shooting 45 3-pointers in the game again.
They might do more. Who knows?
Okay. Well, we're not going to play as bad as we did that night.
So, Herb, you like Millsap? Give him a shot.
I could go with Millsap with about 10 or 15. I mean, he had 10 minutes tonight. He had 4 rebounds, 4 points. He ain't even hit no 3. He had 2 open threes he didn't hit. He hit a couple threes the other night, but I have no problem rotating Millsap in there for some minutes. And you get that veteran that knows how to play. He came in and on one of his shots, he came right in. He backed, who was it? He backed down. Was it Portis? He worked him down in the paint, then hit the little turnaround on him. Every once in a while you show some flashes of back when he was a beast.
Boston lost to Detroit, but Detroit's not as bad as people think. They got a little but they was coming off the back-to-back, and they were coming off their high of beating us, so I could see why they were struggling the back-to-back.
And we were coming off just being caught up in the whole Tuesday was a whole thing going on with Harden, and they was all joeing up and practicing and everything else. Everybody was giddy. And I ain't saying that Boston wouldn't have beat us that night because Boston was shooting and hitting, but it was to me, that was a whirlwind of just circumstances in that game.
Yeah,
I'm not sweating that.
But overall, since we going into the All-Star break, what's your feelings about the team now?
I feel the same way I've been felt. You still shook?
I like the team. I miss the players that we gave away. I ain't gonna lie.
You said our team was better before we did the trade.
I said that. All right. Here's what I will say. I like Seth Curry shooting, and I like Drummond as our backup center. Those two are pivotal, and they've been balling in New Jersey. I know they lost tonight, but he scored 20 points last night. I don't know what he scored tonight, and then he had 20 points the other game. He's been rolling. Drummond had 19 rebounds last night. I've been keeping an eye out on him. And then, of course, the great Ben Simmons. So the three of them, will they equate to Harden? I don't know.
I can't wait to Ben. First of all, Ben ain't ever going to play until Ben's not playing before KD come back. because Ben don't want the pressure of having to be the guy on the squad.
Ben don't have any pressure. As long as he got Kyrie, he got.
Oh, Ben don't got pressure. You out your rabbit mind if you think Ben ain't got no pressure.
Ben don't got no pressure.
Okay. Yeah, okay.
Ben is good. Ben, if anything, he got motivation.
Watch his ears get red the first free throw he missed. You know how his face get all red? He get that dumb look on his face. Watch that look come up on his face. He might run down. He might run down the hallway to the locker room like Reds on Friday. Like he gonna cry in the car. Watch. He might run right after that.
That's funny. But I guess everybody still feel like the trade was worth it, so we'll see. All right, so
yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. Ben's not going to play until KD come back. Ben's not going to take the floor on his team, and everybody looking at him like he's the guy to lead the team right now. Ben wants to be a role player with the status of a star and the paycheck of a superstar. That's what Ben wants to do.
And what you say when Tobias got all his money? That's the market. That's the market.
Yeah. No, it is. But
it's the market for Ben.
Okay, I'm not mad at anybody to get their money. But my thing is, don't sit here and keep touting yourself. When does Tobias try to talk about himself like a superstar?
Yes. I'm an all-star. Remember you screaming up the court last year? I'm an all-star. I'm an all-star. Yeah. So yes, he tried to big up himself.
Ben Simmons think he's a superstar already and that he don't got to work on his game. Other guys try to work on their game. So, I mean, we'll see. Listen, I don't even care about him right now. All I know is I know we won a big game tonight. We beat Milwaukee. Can't wait to see Harden after the All-Star break. I really do wish Embiid would not play in this All-Star game, but
yeah,
I mean,
he gonna play.
I think he does have to go and show up there. Harden and Embiid, I need them to go make sure they go there and show some support for Maxey. I want to see them hyping up Maxey in the
yeah. I'm glad. I'm watching this weekend. You know. He getting a couple of challenges. Do he play tomorrow or do he play Saturday?
I forget. Yeah, May. We could talk about that a little bit too, because we was talking about that earlier. That Tobias, we was talking about. Yeah, Morey's going to trade Tobias in the offseason. Morey actually was ready to trade Tobias this season. He was trying to get a 3-team trade to get rid of Ben and Tobias to open up that cap space, because he wanted to get 2 big-time names, and that's what he's going to try to do in the offseason. Now you have a James Harden. You got guys hitting the market, and you know what I'm saying? You never know how stuff work out. I think Zach LaVine, don't know what he's going to necessarily do with Chicago just yet. Bradley Beal, even though they probably leaning and staying where they at, but you never know what happens, how they teams fare in the playoffs. Yeah. And then they might look at an opportunity to come and team up with Joel and Harden and have a super squad here. So
I'll go with what you got, the Jason Collins. Send him there for I keep calling him Jason Collins, John Collins.
I'm not John Collins. I don't think John Collins is better than Tobias. I think they similar players.
The one John Collins play above the rim though. He's not just
I mean, I guess he might be a better fit, but is he getting money similar to Tobias? Yeah. I think he's, but I don't. So I want to upgrade.
It's a little less money. He get a little less money than Tobias.
Well, see, I think the Sixers want to clear up money because they want to go after another max player. So, that being said, with Harden and Embiid, I might be more inclined to go with Collins, just because he's a better defensive player, and like you said, he play above from that fits well with Harden, and he can shoot the 3. So
the only thing is a matter of
he can't create his own shot though.
Yeah, but will Atlanta do the deal? But you don't with Harden, you don't need him to create his own shot.
Yeah.
Somebody said, Phil said you think Niang, I guess he's trying to say, should start over Tobias.
No, I think Tobias should be playing small forward. I don't think Tobias should be a power forward. He's 6'7". I don't think Tobias should be, and he's not physical like that. I think Tobias' best position is as a small forward. And if you put Niang, or I mean, honestly, I wouldn't be mad if you started somebody like a Millsap in there just as a starter to get in there and bring some physicalness early on and be in there, and then rotate it any kind of way. But I agree with Tim on that front. I would like to see a physical power forward. And I do think Niang plays physical, and against certain matchups, you can use him unless you get up against a team that has a power forward that's one of them ripping and running around, shooting type power forwards. Then there's going to be a problem. But Niang got no problem throwing his nose in there and banging around and scrapping for forward.
He probably struggled against a KD. Even though what KD?
Oh, KD would like either one of them up.
Yeah.
Listen, KD gonna get what KD get. I just need Thibel's head to be straight so that he can guard Kyrie. And I will put Embiid on Ben. It's like, let me in the half court set. I will let Embiid. I will let Embiid clamp him.
Embiid and Ben, they'll cancel each other out. They're about even. I would say they match up well together. All right,
see, I think Toby can. His moves ain't great, but I actually like Tobias as a catch and shoot type guy too. I think that's a point that we've been making on here about, like Ethan was saying too, how when Doc first got here, he was saying Tobias handles the ball too much. Yeah. And I think you don't have to have him handle the ball when you got James Harden handling the ball. I think last year he didn't have to handle the ball as much because Ben was handling it more. So now you have somebody that's handling the ball that can get Tobias the ball in his spots. I think that Harden's going to make everybody on this team better.
I can't wait. Everybody, because when we played the first game of 24, who we play?
I don't even know.
The first game of 24, and Harden took the road trip. They said he wasn't asked to take this road trip to Milwaukee, but he wanted to bond with the team. I thought that was encouraging because everybody said he was so isolated the last few weeks with Brooklyn to actually take that.
I gotta check and see what kind of strip clubs they got in Milwaukee, because maybe he got a couple clubs. You know what I mean? Harden might be, yeah, I want to be with the squad, but then he might dip off real quick, like the shaky spot up in there.
That's the only thing.
I did like that idea. I think he wanted to be there to support this team. He wants this team to win. He likes this team. He likes the players here, I think.
Yeah, that's good. And the crazy thing is, everybody on Twitter, everybody's reacting to the Sixers-Bucks game. They were saying this, we need this series, like just national people, like we need this playoff series. It was like I thought I wanted Brooklyn, but I wanted Sixers-Bucks. I think we will end up seeing this team later on in the season. Maybe May. Eastern Conference Finals. I'll be good. All right, so we're gonna be taking a break for a while. We got a little break.
Unless some news come up and we got to jump on here and discuss some breaking news.
But y'all catch us after first game of the season kickoff. We ain't doing nothing for All-Star. We're just gonna be kicking back and watching the game this weekend. Yeah. But thanks. We appreciate the love, fam. We know at this point, y'all, we all know each other. We all fam in this piece.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, but thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Hit that like.
And just make sure we come back after this All-Star game, baby. We going down the home stretch. It's going to be fast and furious.
Yep.
Going to have to bring that energy and stop bringing that hate. All these and let's be real. If you saying you hate, or if people saying that the Sixers got fleeced in this trade, I really want to know why. I don't feel like going into that right now, but I want to know why. Is it because you miss Ben, or I don't know. I just don't understand how anybody upset about this trade.
Because I guess because they're going to get 3 starters out this trade, or at least 2 starters and a backup center. No, they're actually going to get three starters out the trade, and we got 1. Plus, we gave 2 first-round picks. So I can understand why people would think that, especially if that changes. The Nets has been struggling lately, and they come back and make this big old run and go on like a 10-game, 12-game run. People are gonna be like, "Yo, we lost it." And that the national media, a lot of people are saying that we lost the trade.
A lot. I'm listening to a lot of them talk. A lot of them talking out of hate for Harden. Like a lot of people feel some kind of way that Harden's going to his second team in a year, third team in 13 months. Yeah. But I think that all those situations was different situations. I think the Houston situation was just him getting out of a team that was about to rebuild. Now,
Yeah.
I don't. The way he did the Nets, John, I could understand Nets fans being mad at him because it was it's a little nutty. You know what I'm
They
saying?
said he was angry. He was upset that Kyrie came back as a part-time player. He rather for him to be away from the team. If you're not going to be there, don't be there. But
No, I
allow
get
him to
that.
come back. So I mean, I
I
get the
get that.
frustration and the
But
structure because the team came out and made an announcement he's not playing because of the mask mandate. So he came out. They took a position and then they changed up their position. And then KD gets hurt. So all that turmoil. He's like, yo, I should have stayed in Houston. So he just made his way out. So I understand why he did what he did. But media don't like it when basketball players dictate where they want to go and they make their own decisions. People don't like that. They want you to be a good
what's
player.
going to be interesting because they got this thing they talking about Ben with the mental health angle. So when Ben comes to Philly and the fans get on him like we know they will, is the media going to get at the fans saying they're bullying somebody who suffered from mental health?
No, because
is it off limits for the fans to go at Ben since they know that he has mental health issues?
No, because the first of all, the media is fraudulent. They out there, they fraud him because when Lane Johnson decided to take off in the middle of the season and then skip a couple games because of mental health, nobody said nothing. They was like, oh, actually, for weeks we didn't even know what Lane Johnson was out for. And then they finally were like, okay, he had a little breakdown. And everybody they kept it secret, and then they welcomed him back. Then he became a spokesman. But for Ben, you lying? I think that's corny. Oh,
well, first of all, you don't see the difference in that situation. You don't see the fact that Ben Simmons said nothing about mental health until they started taking his money. Then all of a sudden he threw the mental health thing out.
They didn't take his. He lost.
They did. So when they told him that they was not going to pay him because he's not showing up, he said he's not showing up because of mental health.
All that
because
money was. Guess what? He got it all back. All that money
okay.
was escrow. Okay. And so the trade went back. He got all his money back.
Okay, but he never said nothing about mental health until they said they was going to fine him.
Okay, even just because you don't say it out loud doesn't mean we knew it was a mental health issue.
No, but I'm saying you're saying the media didn't say nothing. Lane Johnson's situation was known that they just kept it under wraps. Ben Simmons wasn't making nothing known. Ben Simmons didn't come to the sixth.
When you saw him in Game 7 if you saw him in Game 7 the second round, you knew it was some mental health going on. You knew it was something. But anyway, we don't have to revisit this. I'm just telling you what it is. Anyway, somebody said stop Cape.
They said the Sixers didn't pay John. You said Ron Q said the Sixers didn't pay didn't pay Ben back.
They didn't, but his money was in escrow, and guess who is going to pay it back? Brooklyn.
Oh, okay. Well, that's all. They ain't on us. Let Brooklyn pay.
Anyway, we catch y'all after the All-Star break. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Don't forget to hit the notification button. We will catch y'all in our very next podcast. We out.
Peace.